legal strategy and what's next for the defense is federal litigator Jess Lettingham, who has joined us before to talk about this case. And here we go again. I mean, there was significance. Brendan Paul testified. First of all, what was the significance of his testimony? What does he bring to the prosecution?
I do not know what he brings to the prosecution. I know what he brought to the defense. Brendan Paul was supposed to be a drug runner. He was an assistant. He worked for Diddy for about 18 months. And the issue is he actually ended up helping the defense more than the prosecution, because he talked about how Jane enjoyed the freak-offs, how he saw her before and after. So I really think the prosecution messed up with bringing him in.
Is the prosecution's case looking shaky to you, or is it strong?
It depends on what charge. On the transportation of prostitution, they have him dead to rights. I mean, he clearly paid for prostitutes to travel the country and the world. On the RICO charge, that is a hard sell, I think, for a lot of people. I think it's going to be for the jury. And for the coercion, I could see him getting guilty on Cassie and a not guilty on Jane.
Now, we're hearing Diddy's not testifying. Is that a good move, bad move?
Absolutely a good move. I bet the defense was saying, please, you cannot go up there, because not only does he have anger issues, not only might he go off on the stand, but he also would, then the prosecution would be able to bring in all of the evidence that they couldn't get in before.
And the more I hear of this case, I'm not a legal expert. That's why you're here. I'm not hearing more than just a lot of salacious information. When it first started, we thought this was going to be very damning stuff, that this man was a mastermind criminal. And I know that there was stuff about the, bulletproof vests and things of that nature. But it doesn't seem in the court of public opinion anymore like it's sticking.
I think that the defense strategy and what the defense said at the beginning, saying that this is a six-pack of white women coming after a powerful black man, is going to stick. Because we expected more accusations, more people, not just two girlfriends that didn't like what he did and felt rejected by him. So I think you're right. In the court of public opinion, possibly the jury, we did expect more, and it looks like they're coming after a powerful man.
So who is expected to testify on the defense side?
I do not know. I do know that the defense said that they were going to be there for 1 day, at max 2 days.
Really?
Yes, they are expected to rest on Wednesday or Thursday. The jury should have this by next Friday. Even as early as Thursday, they don't expect to call many people. So they're feeling very strong.
I was going to say, is that shocking to you?
Yes and no. I think that, as you just pointed out, it doesn't seem like the prosecution proved their case. So the defense is saying, look, you didn't prove your case. Your job is to prove your case. I don't have much to do.
So this case could be over soon? Is that what we're
This case, if the jury wants to get out before 4th of July and they get this on Thursday, they can make a verdict by Friday.
This whole thing has just been incredibly just weird, to say the least. Should Sean get off? I mean, he's still damaged in the sense that this brought out a couple things that we didn't need to necessarily know about him. This is damning for his overall career, would you say, or his image, certainly?
Absolutely. No company is going to touch him with a 10-foot pole. Ciroc has cut all of their ties. Not only that, we have all of these civil lawsuits that are going to come, that have come out of the woodworks. So he's still looking, at maybe giving at least $100–200 million away due to legal fees and due to settlements. So he is not out of the woods at all.
And with those civil lawsuits, the threshold is much lower, right, to prove his guilt, I guess, in that instance.
That is correct. The threshold is 51%, more than likely. So that's why a lot of times he's just going to settle if he wants to get away from this and move on with his life.
In your career, have you seen a case like this before play out?
The closest any of us have seen is Harvey Weinstein, and that was so much worse, in my personal opinion. I mean, Diddy, abuser. Nobody disputes. He's a physical abuser, and he's aggressive, and everything about that. But trafficking, that is hard for us to wrap our heads around.
It really is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll continue trying to make sense of it as this case, comes to a close, and we'll have you back to help break it down. Her name is Jess Lettingham. She's a federal litigator. Information there on your screen, how you can reach out to her, and hopefully she will come back to make it all make sense when it finally ends. Thank you so much always for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I love being on with you.
Listen, come on back. I like that.